My most hated enemy is, there's plenty that have grinded my gears, boiled my piss, done all the horrible things across the years, such as the Big Daddies in Bioshock, the Banshees in Mass Effect 3. But since I've just had my first full playthrough of The Last of Us, which I'm really excited about and can't stop talking about, I love it, I want to talk about the clickers, because for me, they are just the worst thing ever. Like, I played my playthrough, I wanted to smash everything, wanted to do melee, wanted to hit things with pipes and guns and flamethrowers and just have a lovely time not sneaking around, because it's much more fun watching people's head explode than it is going, ooh, see ya, go around this corner.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Just blow them up, burn them down, all good. But every single time I'd run into these rooms, ready to like take everyone out, hear the horde coming in and be like, right, I'm ready, come on, good on, El Diablo, we're gonna shoot them all. And they'd all run in and I would just not see a clicker in the middle of them and would just always get bitten and taken down by the stupid fungus heads, because I try and save my shiv so I could open doors. I'd be thinking, it's fine, it's just a normal infected. No, got a big mushroom on his head. Takes a bite out of my neck, does that really gross animation where Joel's there screeching, Ellie's there screeching, and it's just every single time they'd absolutely muller me. And it was just ridiculous, because I should have learned the lesson. Like, I should have learned the lesson every single time. Like, and they'll like memorize the layout and who was there. And every single time I just over-egg it, get a bit too excited, get my baseball bat out, miss, and then have my neck chewed open. It was the worst thing. It was a big learning curve for me. It was a big learning curve. I learned to sneak after a while, because, you know, you've got to. But great game, great enemies, great design. Quite good that they're strong and stuff. Like, you know, I respect them, but also dumb bitches and assholes.
And what do bitches get, Rich? Smacked. Stitches.
Well, Rich, in Rainbow Six Siege, you're usually fighting other players in its online mode. But if you go into the terrorist hunt mode, you do exactly what the title says and hunt down a lot of terrorists. You and a bunch of friends, I think up to 4 of you, have to eliminate about 30 or so terrorists. And if you play this on realistic mode, it is really, really difficult. You have to be really, really coordinated to get through these maps, using all your wits, using all your skills, using all your weapons, and to not get killed, essentially. And it sounds fair enough. The people who you are fighting have the same weapons you do, except one enemy, the suicide bombers. And these big lads wear like really horrible protective gear that you can't shoot, and you need to get them in the head, what feels like with about 10 bullets for them to go down. And you hear them breathing before you see them. And you hear them do this weird Darth Vader gimmick where they're like, I hope that comes through. And then so you hear them, and then as soon as that happens, you and your friends are just like, oh my god, they're coming, we need to prepare. But you're still dealing with like the little minions at the same time. So you've got these other dudes running towards you, trying to shoot you, so you're taking them out, all the while in the background. And then that's sign one. The second sign is the flashing lights, and then you see the flashing lights go, and then you're like, oh my god. It is a bit like a rave, but more sad. And then, so you see the lights, and then finally you see them, the big lads in the big suits, and you think, that's bad. If they get close to me and they hit me with that bomb, I'm for sure either down or I've lost most of my life, and then that's all I've got left until the end of the match. So they might hit you. And then you're gone, and then you need to go get your friends up off the floor, and then another one might come in and then blow you both up. That seems to happen quite a lot. There's always one just lurking around the corner, so when one explodes, the other one comes in and takes you both out, which is frustrating. And I know what you're thinking, it's fine, they're just suicide bombers. They just run up to you and explode. Like, it's just like a boomer from Left 4 Dead or something like that. No, Rich, they've got machine guns as well, so not only are you trying to shoot them before they get to you, they're shooting you on the way there, so they're hitting you with bullets while they're going to explode in your face, and it's the worst. It is the worst, and it took us genuinely, me and my friends, an entire year to complete a single terrorist hunt map on realistic because of these horrible bastards. We eventually did it and then never played it again because we won, and we didn't have anything left to prove to these horrible guys.
Get good, mate?
No.
Redeads. So Redeads are from the Legend of Zelda series. They first appeared in the original, I don't know when they first appeared. They were in Ocarina of Time, that's when I first met them. And they were bad enough in Ocarina of Time. They were just they're kind of like zombies. They're just like sort of pale, sort of like, they kind of stand like this.
They're the ones that hump you a bit.
Little bit of the old...
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
I'm getting to that. They are sexual predators, though. Literally, if you come up to them, they will jump on your back, like put their legs around your neck, and they will literally hump you like that. I'm not even exaggerating. That is what they do. They're horrible, right? Not only are they a pain in the bum because, well, you need to get close to them to hit them with your sword, don't you? And then when you do that, they jump on you and they hump on you. But they're also terrifying, and in particular in The Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker, which is the cel-shaded, well, the first cel-shaded one. They tried to make them look cute, I think. I'm not sure. They're terrifying. They have earrings, which is a bit weird, and this enormous face, and then when they see you, the face like sort of stretches. Maybe we can get a clip on top of this because it's hard to describe without being a little bit freaked out. But yeah, they're really, really scary and horrible. And there's one point in Wind Waker, when you're in the ghost ship and you end up falling into a room that has 3 of them in it, and you just look around and you're just like petrified with fear. They see you, they scream, Link freezes, and you just know the humps are coming, and it's horrible. I hate them.
Can you be humped to death?
You can be humped to death.
Jesus.
As you are humped, you are drained of your life essence.
Hey, I know that feeling.
Oh God, this is what enemy do you hate? WhatCulture Sexual Edition, isn't it?
Life in general, just hate
That's
finding
more
out.
of a bot.
Yeah, very trashy. No, XCOM 2 is the game that I want to talk about today because it is a fantastic game, severely underappreciated, amazing DLC, War of the Chosen. You should definitely check that out if you're not already. I like my turn-based strategy games. I don't like fighting chrysalids though. They are the arsehole of humanity because what they do is they're just little spider creatures. They run along and they're melee only, which is fine. You think to yourself, it's a turn-based game, we can shoot them before they get to you. They come in waves, they kill your guys, they turn them into zombies, and if you don't kill them after 3 turns, they turn into more chrysalids. So you end up with just like being overwhelmed by these annoying, stabby little pink things. It's like millions of Ewins running around.
Hey,
Here's my thoughts. Here's a movie time game.
you're letting your vein do the talking for you again.
Back in your box.
You get some lovely armour from them.
You do get some nice one, the carapace armor that you get for killing them, but it's just so annoying to fight so many of them all the time because if you've not played XCOM 2, they aren't the only thing that you've got to worry about. You've got to worry about turn times, like getting to objectives quickly. You've got to worry about the million of other types of creatures, like, I don't know, a giant ball that when you think it's dead turns into like a giant robot. Brilliant, that's fun.
What do you call those like squidgy things that pull you across the map?
The squidgy things, the serpents?
Yeah.
Are they squidgy?
They're pretty, well, I've not touched
Well,
them.
yeah, they're
Squidgy.
You mean the booby snakes?
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah, because that's a better name.
No, but the funny thing was is that when the developers were there, it's like, we wanted to come across with this, we wanted to create like a snake god thing, star like Egyptian god, and I was like, cool. Why have they got tits though? And like, do snakes have tits? Can anyone
Like
like?
for you, mate, with your cosmetic bikini DLC, that's all for you.
That's between me and my bank, what I spend my money on. All right, all right. That's between me and what Josh Brown when he lends me his bongo, VR bongo visions. Are we calling them? Are we calling your VR headset bongo goggles?
I guess we got now.
Your goggles. Well,
Yeah. So yeah, chrysalids, absolute nightmare to fight. So yeah, have fun with that.
The neck vein went away when you started talking about bongo.
It's because I get calmed. It's the release. It's like I'm the ball sack of like it's
Fucking stabby.
it's the bold head I turn into the nuts of WhatCulture. I shoot my hot seed everywhere, and these are my children.
one day did you not talk about your hot seed?
It will be a hard day.
I have so many hated enemies in video games. I'm sorry, Rich and Ash doing a really cool interpretive dance behind the camera. We'll ignore that. But Left 4 Dead, or Left 4 Dead 2 specifically, there are a whole bunch of zombies in that game that really, really, really get on my tits. So you'll be familiar with, there are several key enemies in Left 4 Dead. You have the normal zombies. Then you have Tongue Boy. Tongue Boy is the worst because he slathers all over you and then like pulls you up and then claws you to death, and that's the worst thing ever because you see your friend getting tongued, and you're like, oh no, I've got to go shoot the tongue now, and then, you know, save them. But then when you're the one getting tongued, it's not always that fun. And then there is also Arm Boy, who just charges at you. No, I'm trying to be funny.
I see.
There's Arm Boy who just slams right at you, and he's really annoying with some sort of James Huntian-esque large arm, and he just picks you up and starts mashing you into the ground. It's not fun. And then there's Boom Chungus, who explodes, and then that is the worst thing. Boom Chungus, so he just explodes and gozzes all over you. Scream Lass, who signals the entire hordes of the undead towards your position. But all of these pale in comparison, everyone here, all three of you, to the jockey. Because this guy, he just gets upon your back and he gets upon your back and then rides you around, and it's not a pleasant experience because no one wants to be ridden around by a jockey unless you're an actual horse, but even then there's the ethics of whether a horse wants to be ridden by a jockey. But I digress. Because you get ridden around, and then often they'll ride you into a bloody other special infected. So this jockey could ride you into an arm lad or a tongue boy or even one of the bloody chunguses, and it's the worst thing ever because you're there getting ridden around and I'm not having a good time. Is it Nick who's the southern boy who's like, Peel's here? He's not having a good time at all, and he even managed to take control of Coach, and he's really big. And I'm like, how are you doing that?
Chungus in himself.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I don't know the scientific terms of the chungus, but the chungai. But yeah, jockeys, they ride you around. It's not fun. But Left 4 Dead's great, but also really, really just F the jockeys. I can't swear because YouTube will kill me, but F the jockeys.
Sex pest enemies, no.
Well, to be honest, I'm going to go with two of them. The first one is I was replaying a whole bunch of Halo after Bungie split with Activision. I was like, I remember when Bungie were my favourite thing in the world, and I'm going to play some Halo. And I went back to Halo, and turns out those Covenant lads, the elite chaps with the energy sword things, they just suck like the living hell out of life itself. They kill you in one hit, they're cloaked, so that they can just go behind you and just kill you. The checkpointing system is a big old dead ass, and so if you get taken out by something, you just get knocked back 5-10 minutes. I was on that walkway, whatever you call the big level after the silent cartographer, the one that's the big Arctic snowy thing, doesn't matter. That thing. You go through a whole bunch of walkways, and every time I was on the walkway, I would go out, I would shoot some dudes. There would be some suicidal grunts with the plasma grenades. Take care of all them, nice explosions, lovely stuff. And then in the distance, it's you see the shimmer, and it's oh, there's a Covenant guy here. And he would just get me every time. I think I restarted it 20 times. It was ridiculous. I restarted it a lot, so much that I don't even know if I liked Bungie back in the day, but I think I did. Point being that I tried getting back into Halo, and those little things were so annoying that I questioned the very, fabric of life itself. Also, me and the missus got into Minecraft last year, so we thought we'd build our dream house because why not? So we hollowed out a whole tree and we built everything together. We got a bunch of farm animals and stuff, and then we made it was a 5-story tree house thing. No, you gotta go get married. You gotta do it. And so I thought I'd do go all out. And and then one morning when I was we sort of talked to each other. I'll go and do the rounds. I'll go and get some crafting materials. She's like, okay, I'll cook some stuff for today's quest or whatever. Marriage. And we sort of did that. I stepped out the front door, creeper right there, blew a hole in the side of the whole thing. And we lost the beds, we lost the walls, we lost the paintings that were on the walls. Everything just went in one go. And I thought, I love her and everything, but I don't want to rebuild it all.
Is there any creeper insurance? Or?
No, there's not. There's nothing, I don't think, unless I'm missing something.
It's all gone?
Dream house, well, not all of it, but there's just a lovely chunk. And then all the ground got blown away, which I know I've got to put that all back together. But dream house, no. Shat house in the ground. No, nothing rhymes with dream that's bad. But anyway, Scream house, yeah, we sort of just went, oh, what's the point? And then even the oven got taken away, so I was like, yeah, you can't make your crafting components without a lovely oven. So yeah, creepers and elite Covenant chaps are my two most hated enemies. F them.
Well, playing through Doom 2016 again on Twitch is great fun because I'm super excited for Doom Eternal. We said this in a Chatty Faces a few weeks ago. But playing through that game again, it's been a while, so I wasn't completely down with it and knowing all the enemies back to front again. But the one that really did grind my gears was the Pinkies, which in the original game were called demons, which was interesting. They were literally the only enemy called demons, but in Doom 2016 they're specifically called Pinkies, and they're the weird rhino boys that sort of charge at you. And when I was playing through it again, I didn't realise that the only place they could actually take damage was their exposed tail behind them. So there's a point when you first come across them in the game where you come through a door into like this long corridor and 2 of them appear. And it's a pain, it's a ball ache. And it took me ages and ages and ages to get through that room, because I was playing on a harder difficulty for the sake of doing it on Twitch and playing through again. And it was infuriating to try and kill them, because I couldn't for the life of me remember how these things would die. Because whenever they charge past you and you dodge out of the way and you spin around to them, they've already turned back round to face you, so you can't see that their tail is very fleshy, and it's obvious that's where you can take them out from. So the fact that they're hard to dodge anyway, even if you double jump in the air, they still hit you. Getting out of the way is fine, but spinning around to shoot them in the back, sometimes they turn around too quickly, and therefore you can't shoot them, so they're nigh on impossible to shoot. So I've got to throw grenades or use my shotgun grenade to try and land something behind them to give them a hit from there. But on Ultra Violence or Nightmare, they're such a pain in the arse. And for some reason, they made me rage so much.
Does the pinky refer to that little fleshy tail bit?
I think just generally. They are pink, because they were pink in the original game.
Right.
So...
Pinkies, though?
Pinky, yeah, that's actually what they're called. Also, another quick one, My Alert Queens from Fallout 4
oh, God, yeah.
can absolutely go away.
Krabby boys?
Big old hecking snap thing. But when you come across one in the first time is when you go to the castle, and it's not that far into the game, so you've got like naff all in terms of weapons. Like genuinely, when I fought it the first time, I honestly had like a pistol with about 2 mags and a bunch of bloody lunchbox mines, and that was it. So how bloody hell am I going to kill this thing? Because it walks in and just like sweeps all the other Minutemen with you, and you're stuffed. So it reached the point where when I played Nuka World, there's one that appears in the big like reservoir by the bottling plant or something. One of them just appears. And because I play on PC, I just went developer console /kill, clicked on the My Alert Queen, gone.
Cheat.
Could not be asked to fight that
It's supposed
thing.
to be the master race, not the exterminating race.
Cheat.
I mean, what did them... I'm not going to go down that road.
No.
But also, how does it feel to be a god amongst mid?
Ah, it's fantastic.
How would you like it if someone deleted you from your own command console?
CTOS run.